So this is happening right now. Very awesome, very cool. Good morning. Chance to sleep in a little bit this morning. I didn't wake up till, shoot, almost 5 o'clock. Taking aspirin last night before I went to bed because my muscles hurt so bad. I'm hurting in places I didn't think I could hurt. In my back, my upper back was really giving me some issues today, and I'm thinking that it's because, you know, when I'm holding the chainsaw, I'm doing a lot of it out here, and so the muscles below my shoulders are really taking a beating. It's 6:30 in the morning. I got what, 3.5 hours before the bulldozer is supposed to arrive. Used pretty much all the rest of the canned fuel that I had last night, so I'm gonna run into town and I'm gonna grab a gallon of gasoline and then some oil to mix, and then head on over to the property. It's raining pretty steady, and it's not going to stop today. Today's going to be rain all day long. I do have a few more trees to cut down. Those trees are right at the entrance of the driveway, but I got pretty much everything else cleared from the property last night. The only one I didn't get moved was the big log, and I'm going to use I trimmed it all up. I'm going to have the guy with the bulldozer move that because it's just way too much for me to lift. John's. Should fuel up the truck while I'm here, even though I have half a tank. Well, that was a bust. I did fuel up the truck, but they didn't have any of the oil things, so I wasn't going to fill up a gas can. Since I have to run to Home Depot now to get it, what I'm going to do is just pick up a can of 50-to-1, that True Fuel stuff that I've been using, and then I'll pick up a sleeve of the little oil container, or little freaking oil packages. I'll show you what that looks like. Did get a burrito though, or a breakfast sandwich. Yummy food. Big John's Chevron there has great pizza by the slice. My gosh, it's incredibly good. That was the quietest I've ever seen Home Depot. Holy smokes, I walked in there, it looked like I was the only guy in the freaking store. I must have had 10 people say good morning to me. I'll show you what I got once I get in the truck here. Yeah, so I don't recall ever walking into Home Depot where it was that quiet. That was nuts. That was crazy. So here's what I was talking about. Right, put it right up there so you can see it. 50-to-1, 40-to-1. Same company, Power Care, that makes the 50-to-1 fuel. I did get a can of that as well. But what's nice about this is that one of these makes 1 gallon of fuel. So you just add one of these to a 1 gallon container. Now I have a 1 gallon and a 2.5 gallon container, but I mean, for a chainsaw, unless you're really out there as a professional, you know, tree or a professional woodcutter or a professional tree faller, you don't need more than a gallon at a time. There's no sense in buying that much. But I'll have to look at my receipt and see what that cost me. But the 2 of those and the can of fuel, so they must have been about $2.50 a piece. 2 of those and a can of fuel cost me $10 and something cents with tax. And the can of fuel, I believe, is a quart. Let me pull it up here and see how big it is. Yeah, 32 fluid ounces, so it's a quart. that costs $5 and something cents on itself. So $2.50 plus, say $2.50 a gallon for gas, $5 for a gallon compared to $5 for a quart. So it's like 25% cheaper. All right. It's 7:15. Let's head to the property and get started, shall we? Oh, and just for the record, yeah, it's still raining. Not a torrential downpour, just a steady, steady rain. This will be pretty quick and easy right here. So there's only a couple of trees that really have to go in here. That's one of them. I just want to make sure that it falls into the property, not onto the road. I want that one to go. It's probably going to fall on the road, but that's no biggie. The other ones I think I can get to fall in towards the property as well. So, oh. I gotta admit, it's really weird walking in here with no tent, with no camp. Let's get a couple of things done before we pull out the chainsaw and get all that started. Shoot, I left my duct tape out. Number one, I'll show you the coat. Keeps you dry, keeps you warm. I mean, it is good and warm. How far out I can get that. And yes, bad weather at all. Kilt it up. This is the last look at the property before it's cleared. flatbread, grilled asparagus, and a ribeye steak. I'm gonna eat dinner. Just went back to look at the camera, and it was dead. It said check battery pack when I turned it on. I think it's because I let the shoe on the top there get wet. So I turned it off, put it in the truck. Don't know how much of that last section you'll see. I'll actually go back and edit it. Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Let's put this behind my truck for now. So let me show you what I did, because I don't know where it ended up at. I'd actually stopped because I was trimming up this tree and a branch came back and hit me in the face, and I realized I didn't have my glasses on. So I went back to the truck to grab my glasses, and that's when I came back after I grabbed my glasses when I realized it wasn't recording. So I just cut all this stuff out of here. Fell that one big tree and I got lucky. It went where I wanted it to go, but I was nervous it was going to fall across the road here, and it wouldn't block the whole road, but that'd be my luck. I'd fall it just as a car was coming by. So this is all going to be cleared. I got a couple little trees here to go, and a little tree there to go, and then we'll be done on this side. That's the marker for where I want everything to start. So you get an idea of how it's going to widen up. And why am I wider on this side than I am on the other side, or why is there more of an angle? Because whenever you back into a place, generally speaking, you pull past it and then you back in. So this will make it easier to back in and out. On this side, got a couple of bigger trees that have to go. So right in here, this cluster of trees is going to go. And I better get busy on it right now. I don't know where I'm at time-wise, but it's got to be getting pretty close to... And I probably have a half an hour left till he's supposed to be here. But I'm not going to be far away from getting all this where we need it to be. Man, I hope I didn't lose the fall in that tree. I hope I didn't lose fall in that tree on the camera over there. More importantly, I hope I didn't wreck anything on the camera. All right, let's get back to work. Slowly but surely. There it is. Driveway widened out, ready to go. I'm like a drowned rat out here right now. All the water dripping off my hat. So I've got everything on this side cleared, as far as it needs to be. We'll flip you around. And I got everything on this side cleared from the mark. Here, I'll split you. From the mark going back. So it's pretty wide at the entrance, and then it narrows down. So I'll give you room to pull in and out with a trailer. Old trusty chainsaw. Turns out I didn't need the fuel I stopped off to buy this morning. But I'm just waiting now for a bulldozer. I said it once, I said it a million times. If you got a dream and you want to know how to make it a reality, you just start taking one step forward every single day. And then eventually, you'll get there. And it begins. So awesome. So awesome. Weight and the power of that thing is incredible. fired up. This is so awesome. So awesome. Really soft ground, really soft ground. The mosquitoes are really angry right now. So we had to stop because the ground was just getting way too squishy, but we're pretty much done. And when I originally marked this property out when I first got it, and looking back now, it's been about 2 years since I got it. So when I originally did it and walked in, I decided where I wanted the driveway to be and how I wanted it to look and what I wanted to see, or what I wanted people to see when they drove by, because there is traffic on this road. So let me show you what I got here. Okay, you can see it's pretty squishy. Did run into some rocks and gravel here at the front, which was kind of nice. So he just left his dozer here, and he's gonna come by in a couple of days when things dry out a bit and finish everything off. But that flag right there and that flag right there were where I wanted the original width of the driveway to be. And I got it. This is all the area that was bumpy and overgrown and stumps and everything else that I had the tent at. And the tent was actually right about here. All right. Walking back here, my initial thought was if we could berm up all this dirt onto the side between me and the neighbor, it would make a nice little privacy barrier. And it did. He actually went back a little further than I'd actually had cleared, which was awesome, so that I have some room here. And then the cabin will be right back in here. And like I said, he's got a little bit more work to do as far as leveling and stuff, but this ground was just really getting squishy and really difficult to move around. All he was doing was jamming things up even worse. So he'll get out here Monday or Tuesday, maybe by Wednesday, and he'll get everything finished off and leveled off. He's going to clip those corners a little bit better at the front, and get everything a little bit more level than it is now. I'm actually pretty satisfied. You can get this section over here a little more level, but what was really neat about this was, like I said before, my vision of what it would look like. And if you look down the driveway, you can't see the road. And if you look down the driveway from the road, you can't see where I'm going to have the fifth wheel trailer and the vehicles parked, and you won't be able to see where the cabin's at. So privacy, lots and lots and lots of privacy. The other thing was that after cutting everything out and scraping everything down, we still have all the natural tundra in the area. And I really, really wanted that to stay. I really wanted to be able to walk out my back door and see the land as beautiful as it was before I started doing anything. The trees that I took out were exactly what I needed to have gone. I didn't need to take any more out at all. I did have them push some dirt over there. I'm going to have to work with a skid steer on that to get it leveled up on top for the greenhouse, but that's down the road. I'm not worried about that right now. My next priority from this point forward will be to get the, I keep calling it tie part, but it's actually woven fabric for the driveway, but we'll just call it tie part from now on. I need to get that. First, I need to measure out where it's going to go, and then I need to figure out how much I'm going to need, and then I need to get that down on the ground. And from there, we'll calculate how many yards of gravel I'm going to need for the driveway. And the tie par will go all the way up the driveway and all the way over to here, where the vehicles are going to be parked, and a little bit of the way over to here so that I have some room to back up and turn around. And we'll calculate how much gravel we're going to need for that. And then Rod will figure out how many dump truck loads that's going to be, and he'll bring that in for me as well. And we'll get all that spread out. For that, I might actually rent a skid steer, because I don't think that this beast is going to do a great job of moving gravel unless Rod wants to bring in his loader backhoe, because he's got one of those as well. Yeah, I couldn't be happier. I could not be happier for all the pre-work that I did. If you look, all you're seeing where he worked was dirt. Right? There's no branches, there's no tops, there's no, there's a few root things on the side, and we can get rid of those. That's not a big deal. But all the month and a half to 2 months of prep work that I put into cutting all of the trees down that I needed gone, really paid off. When he finally cleans everything up over here, you won't see anything on that hill but dirt. It'll be a nice, solid dirt berm when it's finished. I'm happy. I'm really happy. I'm Sean in Alaska, and since this happened on Saturday and I wasn't ready, I didn't think I was ready for it to happen, I didn't get to go to Kenai River Brewing Company on Friday and have my beer. So I'm going to go to dinner tonight. I'm going to go to Kenai River Brewing Company and have just a fantastic burger, and I'm going to grab myself a beer. You guys have a great day. Thank you. Oh, thank you always for watching. Thank you very much for the subscribing and for the comments, the thumbs up, and everything. I really, really appreciate it. Don't leave yet. It's going to get a whole lot more fun from this point forward. It's really going to get neat. I want to document everything I possibly can on this build for everything that I was unable to find on YouTube when I was trying to plan this thing out. So you're going to see every single aspect. Some of it more than you probably want to see. And that's fine. Just skip through. But some of it hopefully will fill gaps that I have found trying to search projects on here. This was one of them. You know, how to grade a piece of property. That's it. I'm out of here. I'm going to go home, get showered up and cleaned up, throw my my mucks in the truck, because I can't walk on this property in shoes anymore. And I'm going to dinner. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, thanks for subscribing. Have a great time. Sean in Alaska, out.